What's up, everybody? Welcome to MuseThemes.com. This is Ashton. Today we have a new widget for you called Animated Numbers, which basically has one function, but a really cool one. Let me refresh the page here on the demo so you can see it in action. We get these really cool and dynamic animations on load, jumping to any number of your choosing. All the font, speed, and positioning is completely customizable, and the scroll can happen up or down, which is awesome. So let's jump right into Muse and take a look at how this one works. I'm starting here with the project file of the live demo that we just saw, and I'm going to show a few different examples of how this can be laid out, because the biggest topic we need to cover here is positioning. But first, let's jump into the settings panel of the widget. Our first two options here are the beginning number and ending number, which is pretty self-explanatory. It gives you full control over the animation itself, and it can go upward or downward, like I mentioned. Number format. Now this is how the numbers themselves will actually appear on the page. So commas will likely be one of the more common ones, which will display a comma by default every 3 characters. But you can also choose numerals only, which will include no punctuation, or a few different options for decimals, which do exactly what's notated here. But we can just go ahead and leave it at commas for now. Number alignment. We have left, center, and right. And this is the place I'm going to spend a little more time. Your widget box here that you get from the library will reflect the placement of the numbers on the page. And the left, center, and right alignment options will be pinned to the top left corner, top center, and top right corner respectively. So let me show you what I mean. We have 3 centered ones already set, which we saw in the browser. Now since the text is also set to center and the width matches, the numbers appear centered over the text at all times. But let's create some new text that would require a different setup. I'm going to take one of these text boxes and duplicate it twice. And let's say we wanted to format these like a sentence. So I'll make them wider. And on the first one, I'm going to type number of widgets for the numbers to come after the sentence. And on the second one, I'll type widgets and counting for the numbers to precede the sentence. Now, I could copy one of the widgets here or just drop one right out of my library. And let's set our range to start at 0 and jump up to 500. Now for alignment. Since our text is appearing to the left side of the widget, I want to position the animation alignment to be on the left, like so. Then, remembering that the numbers are pinned to the top left corner of the widget now, I want to position the top left corner of the widget to sit evenly spaced right after my text, while keeping the top of the widget aligned with the top of my text box. Perfect. Now for our next one, let's drag out another widget. And this time let's go from 900 down to 250. And now since our text is appearing to the right of the widget, we'll align the numbers to be on the right. And then we can position that top right corner to sit nicely right next to our text. Just like so. Perfect. Now let's preview this bad boy. Beautiful. Now, of course, we'd want to style up our text to match this a little bit better, which we'll cover next, but our positioning and our functionality is spot on. Now let me jump back to that settings panel once more to cover the last few options. Animation duration controls exactly that, measured in seconds, so feel free to speed it up or slow it down here. Now inside our styling dropdown. I don't need to cover these individually because they're all pretty self-explanatory. But just remember, as always, when using font families in widget settings panels, that you need to include that font family somewhere on your page for the font to be uploaded with the site. So just keep that in mind. So that about covers it for the animated numbers widget, but we have another cool update here that's going to be universal for all widgets going forward. 2 links have been added here at the bottom of the settings panel that can save you some time if you're looking for more information about a particular widget. The first link taking you to the documentation on the widget, and the second taking you to the widget tutorial video, which can really come in handy. So instead of having to search for it on our website, just give one of these a click, and you'll be taken to it immediately. So thanks again for watching, guys. We hope you enjoy this nifty little widget, and don't hesitate to let us know if you run into any issues. Thanks again.